Fellow Americans, be careful, okay? Could be some very ugly stuff tonight, okay? If you have children in the room, get them the hell out of there, okay? Because language could get very ugly, that I can tell you. Let's go. So, hello, I'm Roger Moore. So we're doing something a little different tonight. We're going to watch the Trump rally. How about that, kids? So this ought to be fun. Let's tune in and see what I have to say. This ought to be fun, watching it with me. Believe me, that I can tell you. Ready? Here we go. Let's put the audio up. Watch it with Trump. Here we are, Trump with Trump.
They're partners, Mexico and Canada, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. America's winning again. And America is being respected again because we are finally putting
Mike
America
feedback
first. But radical Democrats in Congress are trying very hard to erase everything that we've achieved. They're looking out there right now and they're trying to figure out how did they take an election because they want to take it back. You look at your 401ks, you know, we're up from the time of the election, 55%. I love you too. I love you too.
Remember when Obama would do that? I love you too. I love you.
He doesn't sound
He's
like
the cool
my type.
guy.
You know, that voice is very strong, but I love him. Whoever you are, I love you.
Whoever you are, I love you.
We're just 5 weeks from one of the most important congressional elections of our lifetime. They're trying to take what we did in 16, something that nobody has seen maybe in other countries, not alone. It was the greatest election victory in the history of our country. And between the Democrats, who are obstructionists, who are people that don't want to see strong military. They don't want borders. They don't mind crime. And they're enablers, the fake news media, right back there.
Fake news out there.
We've got to
right
be very
back
careful.
there, folks.
We've got to be very careful. A Democrat takeover of Congress will plunge our country into gridlock and chaos and take away all of the wealth that you've earned over the last 20 months. And think of this, the stock market, which is up at record levels, and now the highest, will drop. Your 401ks will be devastated. Your taxes will rise beyond your wildest imagination.
Lovely Democrats.
And crime will flow into our country through these open borders. Other than that, we'll be doing very well.
Other than that.
It's crazy.
It is amazing, and Democrats, they want that. Let's go back to the stupid shit that Obama was doing. How about that? Will that be great? I don't think so.
We want to get more
Not
money.
doing it.
I could build that thing in 1 year. I could build it. We got $1.6 billion, and another $1.6 billion. We want to build it fast. I can build it. So after the election, leadership has said, meaning Republicans, they're going to do something that's going to be very strong. Let's see what happens. But the wall is under construction. A lot of work has been done. A lot of renovation. If you look at some of it, some wall was up, falling down, terrible condition. You look at some of it, some wall was up, falling down, terrible condition. Now it's beautiful, brand new, and it works. It does work. We need wall, we need border security.
I didn't do that. Somebody
take care of our
they did it on the other side.
Look at what's going on.
Fix the audio. Good for them.
Look at what's going on in California. You have a man running for governor in California that says we don't want any borders. We don't want ICE. We do want sanctuary cities.
It's true.
And they're going to take care of health care. They're going to take care of education. They're going to take care of everything for people that just flow in. You're going to have 1 billion people living in California. It's going to be a mess. We have it right. We have it going properly. This country will never be Venezuela, that I can tell you, because that's what they're looking for.
California will be, though, but we won't, okay? We'll just make the wall go right up there.
The Democrat Party has been completely taken over by the so-called resistance. That's all they do. They campaign on resist. I'll tell you something. They're only good at one thing. They stick together like glue. That's it. They have bad policy. Frankly, they're bad politicians. Everything's bad, but they stick together. We have to be very careful. They'll take everything, including your Second Amendment. They'll take everything away.
Everything.
Democrats believe that they're entitled to power, and they have been blind and a blind rage ever since, boy, they lost the 2016. They've gone loco.
Loco. They can't handle it. Can't handle it.
They have gone crazy. This election is a choice between a Republican Party that is building our future and a Democrat Party that is trying to burn our future down. The Democrats only know how to obstruct, demolish, and destroy. As we've seen in recent weeks, Democrats are willing to do anything and to hurt anyone to get their way, like they're doing with Judge Kavanaugh.
He's a great man, and they're trying to destroy him, but it's not going to work, folks.
They've been trying to destroy him since the very first second he was announced, because they know that Judge Kavanaugh will follow the Constitution as written. That's been his history.
Because they're all worried about Roe v. Wade, right? Gotta have their abortions, as if he's going to take that away.
And he's a good man.
Chill out, okay?
Great student, great intellect. Never had a problem. All of a sudden, let's go back to high school. Maybe should go before high school.
Yeah, maybe
and
he
I know so many of
took
them.
someone's crayons in kindergarten.
You have the great Vietnam War hero who didn't go to Vietnam, you know that.
Yeah.
Blumenthal.
Blumenthal.
How about Blumenthal?
He's a piece of work, I'll tell you
How
that.
about Blumenthal? Da Nang Blumenthal. We call him Da Nang Blumenthal. For 15 years as the Attorney General of Connecticut, he went around telling war stories. People dying left and right, but my platoon marched forward. He was never in Vietnam. It was a lie. And then he's up there.
It's hard to believe
he's up there saying,
he's in
we want the truth
senator.
from Judge Kavanaugh. And you're getting the truth from Judge Kavanaugh. It's unbelievable.
Good old Blumenthal. He also looks like Gollum. Doesn't he look like Gollum?
Da Nang. You know
Da Nang. Ugly son of a bitch, that I can tell you.
Great city in
Ugly son
Vietnam. And then you have Cory Booker, who destroyed Newark. I mean, the job he did in Newark, New Jersey. And see some of the things he wrote when he was young about women. Take a look, okay? And
I did take a look. It's bad.
Take a lot longer with the FBI. No, the FBI, they should take. By the way, if we took 10 years, they'd want more time. But they want to take a lot longer. But Dianne Feinstein, she had this letter for months. And she didn't reveal it until everything was finished. Then she revealed it. Then she says, we want more time. Let's see how it all works out. But I'll tell you what, they're trying to destroy a very fine person. And we can't let it happen. We can't let it happen.
That is so true. A bunch of bullshit, folks. A bunch of bullshit.
Democrats want activist left-wing judges who will totally rewrite your laws, erase your borders, and replace your values. You don't want that in Tennessee. Republicans know that a judge's job is to follow the law and to deliver equal justice for all.
Easy math.
The Democrats can no longer be trusted with your power and with their power. You can't let it happen. They have moved so far left that Pocahontas is considered a conservative.
She's considering a run for president, too. She goes,
That's right. Elizabeth Warren.
For the election as president.
She said she's considering a run for the presidency. Please run.
Please run.
I'll
knock the hell out of you.
Biden.
Biden.
We call him 1% Biden. Until Obama took him off the trash heap, he couldn't do anything. Now he's talking about running. Tough guy.
Tough guy. Tough guy.
He's a real genius. I want to challenge him to a fight behind the barn. Oh, would I love that? Wouldn't that be good?
Push him down. That's what I'll do. I'll push him right the fuck down. That I can tell you.
I want to challenge Donald Trump. Remember that? He got a little upset. He's another beauty. They got some real beauties going. This November 6th, you have the chance to reject the outrageous policies of the Democrat Party. Not the Democratic Party, but the Democrat Party.
Don't make that mistake.
Sounds
Democrat.
worse, right? But that's their real name. It's the Democrat Party. But you can only do it. You got to vote for Republican. We need more Republicans to get the votes.
Bigly. We need more
Stop the
Republicans. A hell of a lot more.
You know, I said the other night, and I said, you know, I think I'm going to keep it. It's a little harsh, but I think I'll keep it. Democrats are the party of crime. How does that sound? It's true.
How does that sound? I like it. I like it a lot.
Party of crime.
Party of crime.
Sounds
and corruption.
A little tough,
Corruption,
but it's true.
too.
Open borders. We're thrilled to be joined by many terrific Republican members of Congress.
And
people that are friends of
assholishness.
mine,
Okay, how about
people that have helped me, people that love your state and they love other states and they love our country. One of them is a man that everybody knows in this state very well. His name is Phil Rowe, and he is really hot. Phil.
Come on out, Phil. Come on out.
Thank you, Phil. He's always there for you. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Phil. Good guy. Look at this chick with the bow in her hair.
Another man said,
Cute.
this is when I was Mr.
So
Trump,
cute.
not Mr. President. I was here, he said, you know, we do early voting in Tennessee. He said, sir, I want to tell you that people are coming out of the mountains, out of the rivers, they're coming out of the valleys.
Out of
They're
the
coming.
woodwork.
He said, right? They're coming out of everywhere. He said, I've never seen anything. I've been doing this stuff for 30 years more. And he said, this is what before, you know, I'm waiting, like we had like 30 days, but you have early voting in Tennessee. He said, I've never seen anything like it. People that haven't voted because they haven't liked anybody. These are great people. These are great, incredible people, but they didn't exactly like what they had to go for. So they haven't. Now they're coming out with Trump banners, Trump hats, Trump, I'll, you know, make America great again.
It's all over, folks.
And
All
this
over.
man, he said, I can't speak for the rest of our nation, but if the nation's like Tennessee, you're going to win by a lot. And that's exactly what happened, right? John Duncan, Congressman. John. Thank you, John. Where's John? Good. Thank you, John.
There
he made
he
me
is.
feel
Thank
very
you.
good before the election. A friend of mine, a great congressman.
I was waiting for that.
Somebody who's
good
really
friend of
worked
mine,
hard.
by the way. Good friend of mine.
Even though he's not from your state, doesn't matter. He's just a great congressman. I see him here. He has been so strong, so smart. He loves this country so much. Congressman Mark Meadows.
Good guy, great guy. Tough on crime.
Thank you, Mark. And
Loves our
Deborah.
military.
Deborah. Thank you, Deb. Congressman Chuck Fleischman, who has been fantastic. Where's Chuck? Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Chuck has been great. Morgan Griffith, Scott Desjardins, my favorite name in politics. Desjardins. Thank you, fellas. Thank you. You guys are great. These are great people. You know, we don't have to devote a lot of time. I'm just saying, these are great people. These are people that love our
Believe me,
country.
they're great people.
They want to do the right thing. You know, there's nothing wrong with having strong borders, strong law enforcement. You want to be safe. There's nothing
You'd think
wrong
there's
with
nothing
paying
wrong
low
with that.
taxes. There's really
Don't ask a
nothing wrong.
Democrat. Oh, who cares?
You want to have a strong military, especially in these times. You know, if you have a strong military, you're never going to have to use it. You're never going to have to use it.
Believe me, that I can tell you.
And we're going to very shortly have the strongest military we've ever had. We're also joined, thank you all, we're also joined by future Republican members of Congress. Tim Burchett. Where's Tim? Tim.
Where the
You
hell
gotta
is
get
he?
Tim in there. Tim. Thank you,
Step
Tim.
up, Tim.
John Rose. John. Thank you, John. Mark Green. I hear they're up pretty good, but don't take any chances. Don't take any chances. You got to go vote. Don't take any chances. We got to get them in. But they're up pretty good. This is a hell of a state, I'll tell you that, these people.
It is. That's an awesome state. I love Tennessee.
I also want to thank
people.
your great governor. I had dinner with him the other night. We were with a group of people. It was a fascinating dinner. He loves this state also, and he's done a great job as governor. Governor Bill Haslam, thank you. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. And Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally. Thank you. Thank you, Randy. Great. Great job. Thank you. Great job. And very importantly, we have Tennessee's next governor, Bill Lee.
A lot of names I'm coming out with here. A lot of people.
And a man who did a fantastic job during the election for Trump. I will tell you, State Party Trump. Chairman Scott Golden. Thank you, Scott.
Where the hell are you, Scott?
Thanks, Scott.
Get the fuck out of here. Where is he?
And finally, the person we are here tonight to support. We cherish this person. She's a fighter, a true fighter. For the people of Tennessee, she loves your state. And she's your next U.S. Senator. She's going to be fantastic, Marsha Blackburn. Marsha, come up, please.
We love Marsha Blackburn. Come on out here. Say a few words, will you? Oh, yeah, she's good.
There we go. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
They like her, don't you?
Mr.
Boy,
President,
I can tell you. Look at this. Look at this crowd.
Thank you for coming back to Tennessee. We love the president in Tennessee.
They do love me, that I can tell you. Great people.
And I want to say thank you to each of you for being here tonight. Thank you so much for all you are doing to elect all of these Republican candidates that we've talked about tonight. And thank you for sending Donald J. Trump to the White House.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. You betcha. Terrific.
Yes,
Terrific.
he has had an amazing 20 months. You've just heard some of those things. Not to even mention the foreign policy that he has achieved. Dealing with China, North Korea, getting us out of the Iran deal.
You bet. Done a lot of things. Making Obama look like he was just standing
Mr.
still.
President, we in Tennessee really appreciate that you moved the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
I said I was going to do it, and I did it.
Thank you for that.
A lot of other presidents said they were going to do it, didn't do shit.
I know that the Democrats keep saying that there is a blue wave coming, but let me tell you something. Mr. President, when that blue wave gets to the state line, it is going to run smack dab into the Great Red Wall. And that is...
The blue wave is my coat. That's your blue wave right there. And I got a red tie to go with it.
And that is every single one of you. So if you want a U.S. Senator who is going to stand with the president, build the wall, cut your taxes, and to make certain that we take care of our men and women in uniform, I am asking you to stand with me. Let's take these Washington, D.C., and put them to work with President Donald Trump. Thank you all.
Thank you, Marcia. Now get the hell out of here. I want to talk. Be careful. You're really short, by the way. Thank you. Thank you, man. Wow, everybody. Wow. Isn't she terrific?
So I just want to thank Marsha Blackburn, and I will tell you, she's all about Tennessee values. That's the one. She's got Tennessee values.
Bigly, you
can
can tell.
A vote for Marsha is really a vote for me and everything that we stand for. It's a vote for Make America Great Again. That's what it is.
MAGA all the way, folks. MAGA all the way.
A vote for Bredesen is a vote for Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and the real leader of the Democrats, Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters.
Bill Bredesen wants to raise your taxes. As governor, remember this, you got to remember, seems like a nice guy, but what good does that do? As governor, he raised taxes and fees in your state by more than $1 billion. He opposes the border wall totally. He supported driver's certificates for illegal aliens. And on his watch, Tennessee unemployment doubled. It doubled in the whatever it was. How long was he there? 8? It doubled.
However
you want
long
him
he
to
was.
Be running? I don't think so. He doubled unemployment. In 2010, Phil wrote a book advocating government-run health care. That's what you want. You want to wait online for about 6 weeks to get taken care of. And called for it to be funded by a 20% payroll tax on all of the hardworking Americans. Many are in this room right now. Government-run health care. No, I don't think so. That hasn't proven too successful anywhere else. Phil was a major financial supporter of President Obama and of crooked Hillary Clinton. He's crooked as hell. Now Phil is running to be
crooked as hell.
The 51st Senate Democrat, and the 51st Democrats are elected in November. Then Chuck Schumer will become a majority leader. You put in 51. Even though he said something good about our deal with Canada and Mexico today, but how can you not say good? That's why Schumer is so desperate for Phil to win, because everything that we stand for will never get the votes. We need votes. It's very important. Number one, Marsha will be a great, great senator. But number two, we need the votes. We got to have the vote. And he will never once vote for us. Just remember, he will never vote for us. Not on judges. You know, one of the reasons they say I got elected was that Supreme Court judge. They always say the single most important thing that a president can do is the selection of a Supreme Court judge. Okay, so we picked Justice Neil Gorsuch, who has been fantastic. And
Neil Gorsuch, he got through.
Judge Brett Kavanaugh is actually doing well. I really believe we've got to do it. We cannot allow ourselves to be pushed around. Phil is only running because Chuck Schumer called him up and begged him. The word is begged him to run, because Schumer knows the Democrats' path to power runs right through Tennessee. Again, Second Amendment, higher taxes, lots of crime, MS-13, get used to them. No ICE. We don't want ICE, they say. If you want to stop
nut jobs, right? We don't want ICE. We're
leader,
stupid. We're Democrats.
If you want to stop your taxes from going up 50% or more, that's what's going to happen, then you must vote against Bredesen. Your vote in this election will decide which party controls the Senate. That's how close it is.
You know, I'd like to tell you no, but that's how close it is. A Democrat-controlled Senate will always be raising your taxes. They'll always throw open your border. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing he's going to do to change it. He's going to vote with the Democrats. It's not going to be, I mean, you look at health care. We got no votes. We gave you the largest tax cuts in the history of this country. We didn't get one Democrat vote. And they don't vote for a reason. They just vote because it's bad for Trump. In other words, they want to stop anything that we do. If it's really good, they still want to stop it. And we don't want to let that happen. We have unbelievable things planned, and we have to let it happen. Flood your streets. They're going to flood your streets with criminal aliens. That's what's going to happen. They're always attacking law enforcement. I'll give you an example. Under the Obama administration, we have tremendous amounts of surplus military equipment, right? Tremendous equipment, you know, heavy armor, lots of different things that keep the law enforcement professionals, people that we love, that keeps them safe. They didn't want to give it to them. I have given it to them. I'm sorry.
Gave it to them bigly.
They want to block your great judges. They want to weaken the military. It's not even weaken. They don't want to spend any money on the military. You know, the beautiful thing about military, number one, you need it.
Ever notice when you hear somebody start shouting, he starts gets it louder?
When it comes to the military,
because he didn't want that shit.
Okay, that's totally secondary. But we will soon have the strongest military that we've ever had. We had fighter jets, and we had airplanes in our military where the father flew them, the grandfather flew them, and the son, as a young pilot, goes in flying the same planes. You know what? They're all going fast. We've ordered all incredible new.
Bye-bye. We'll give them all to some other country. Okay, they can take them apart.
Right here in the USA, all of them. Jobs. They want to outlaw private health insurance. So you'll get great health insurance, and we're already doing it. We're providing you with tremendous amounts of competition. You're getting great health insurance, and it's going to get better when we can get a few more votes so we can do it the way you want it. This is the way you want it. They want to shut down American energy and replace freedom with socialism. They want to turn, it's true, the Democrats want to turn America into Venezuela. That'll be wonderful.
Oh, that'll be terrific, won't it? Unbelievable.
We're not going to let it happen.
Beautiful.
And you know what? Even most Democrats, I can't believe, when you look at what they're doing with sanctuary cities and everything, I can't believe most of them are going for it. Also at stake in this election is Medicare. Democrats in Washington want to raid Medicare to pay for their socialism. Democrats are pushing so-called medicine for all, robbing our seniors of all of their Medicare benefits. That's what's happening. Republicans want to protect Medicare and our great seniors who have earned it and paid for it. And we always protect Americans with their pre-existing conditions. We're doing that.
Yeah, we always do. We always want to do that. But remember, it's not free.
Pre-existing conditions.
Somebody pays for it.
A lot of people think it's not a very Republican thing. It is now, and it has been for me. I want to take care of people with pre-existing conditions. We're doing well. We can do it. Democrats also want to give welfare and free health care to illegal aliens.
Yeah, illegal.
Republicans want to protect public benefits. And we do. We want to protect benefits and public benefits for truly needy Americans.
Remember how bad he was when he first started reading off teleprompters? It was really uncomfortable, and he would do.
They want to abolish immigration enforcement.
I've gotten a bit better at it, haven't I? A little better.
And the Democrat Party supports sanctuary cities that unleash violent predators like MS-13 into our communities.
And since there's no border between California and the rest of the country, they're going to just come on through.
You look at what they're doing. Even look at what they're doing in Congress. Even look at what they're doing with our laws, the way they treat our laws, the way they treat our country, what they do in Congress. They are indeed the party of crime. Every day,
disgusting,
innocent lives
absolutely
are stolen
disgusting.
because of
Get 'em out.
Democrat-supported immigrant policies. If you just take a look, you have immigration policies that are so bad, so dangerous. Just recently in California, an illegal alien with a sex crime conviction and other convictions had a prior deportation. They wanted to deport this person. They never did. He was convicted for killing a local football coach who leaves behind a wife and 6 beautiful kids, a pillar of the community. By the way, this is all over. You could go on, you could do this for days. Republicans believe America should be a sanctuary for law-abiding Americans, not for criminal aliens.
Makes sense, though, right? They don't want to worry about those laws. They don't worry about the rule of law.
And
you're not innocent until proven guilty anymore.
With the brave men and women of ICE,
Being a Democrat,
and we stand with law enforcement.
I would feel stupid if I was a Democrat these days. But if I was in touch, if I wasn't in touch, I guess I wouldn't know any better.
In November is about safety.
Democrat.
And it's
you know what you guys
also
are doing?
about prosperity, the prosperity of our country.
That's what I thought.
We are doing things now that nobody believes. We are hitting numbers that nobody believes. Here are just some of our achievements.
See what I mean? Somebody
since
starts screaming. He's like,
Election
here are
Day.
just some
Thank
of our...
We've created over 4 million new jobs. Nobody thought that was possible. 4 million. And lifted.
Yeah, nobody thought it was possible. Obama thought there was a magic wand that was required. No magic wand. It's called right here, Obama. Okay, Obama, right there.
We've added nearly 600,000 new manufacturing jobs. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Wasn't supposed to happen either.
Remember when President Obama said
nothing was supposed to happen.
Magic wand, right? You need a magic wand. You don't need a magic wand. You need proper policies. You need a lot of things. You don't need a magic wand. Nice. Remember this, and you've heard me say it a lot. I'm very proud of it. African-American unemployment. Think of it. African-American unemployment just reached the lowest level ever recorded. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Don't ask Juan Williams, though.
Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about because those numbers.
Failing and abandoning African
Quiet one.
Republicans are delivering for African Americans like never before. We're doing the job.
So fast your head will spin, okay? It's unbelievable.
And you saw that the other night with Kanye West. How good was Kanye West?
That was funny, wasn't it? It's Saturday Night Live.
And Big Jim Brown and so many others. We're supported by so many great folks. Jim Brown, boy, we could use him on some of those teams right now, couldn't we? Couldn't we?
Jim Brown.
Hispanic American and Asian American unemployment also reached all-time lows. Women's unemployment
He does that thing with his mouth.
Recently reached its lowest level in 65 years. That's going to be coming out soon. I think it'll be in history.
That's going to be a big time.
Last week I signed a groundbreaking new trade deal with South Korea that dramatically increases American exports. You remember that deal? Remember that deal? Hillary Clinton, that was a Hillary deal. She said, we must have this deal with South Korea. It will create 250,000 jobs. And it did for South Korea, not for us. It created jobs for South Korea. We now have a good thing. Friend or foe? Friend or foe? Friend, okay. You never know. When you hear little noises like that, you say, foe, get him out, right?
Get him the hell out of
here.
here.
We only have friends in Tennessee, I think.
Yeah, see, you won't have a lot of protesters in Tennessee.
We're also entering new trade talks with the European Union, which frankly has treated us extremely badly, and with Japan. Japan sends us millions and millions of cars, and we're working on a trade deal. We're working on a trade deal. It'll be fine. And we are cracking down on China's unfair and abusive trade practices. Got to do it. We've been losing $300, $400, $500 billion a year to China. No more. No more. Right. No more. Can't do it.
Nope.
After years of rebuilding other nations,
Enough
we are
standing
finally
still. We're not
rebuilding our
standing
nation.
still anymore.
And we're doing it with American
He's just making
aluminum,
Obama look
and
like
we're
such
doing
a
it with
fucking
American
do-nothing.
steel. And our steel is doing
And
really
George
well.
W. Bush, too. What the
Really
hell? This guy's making me
To
look
put
like
more
a fool.
money in the pockets of Tennessee families, we passed the biggest package of tax
Maybe he was
cuts
right
and
about
reforms in the history of our country. And we eliminated
what was this
the
thing
core
about Jeb?
of Obamacare.
No
we
energy,
got rid
Jeb.
of the individual mandate. It's gone. The worst part of Obama.
Good.
And as bad as those premiums are, we've kept the premiums down. We've done a lot of things, but we're trying to keep those premiums for the remnant of Obamacare down. But it'll all get taken care of. We just need a few more votes. This year alone,
Very soon.
we have successfully lowered
gonna
your
knock
health
hell out of
insurance
them
premiums
first.
in the state of Tennessee by 26%. That's not bad. Under the past administration, it was like a rocket ship going up. To help critically ill patients access life-saving treatment, we just passed something they've been trying to pass for 45 years, right to try. You know what that is. Right to try. Right?
Yeah.
I'm very
Just
proud.
go down the list.
Meadows helped
Just go
with
down
that
the
one.
list. How could you not like this guy?
And Phil helped
Just because
with
of my
that one.
tweets?
Right,
That's
Phil?
it?
Phil Rowe.
Boy, you're an idiot.
You guys all helped with that one. And Greg, right? Greg was good. Did a good job. You know, right to try. So somebody's terminally ill. And we have medicines that have great help, great future. They look good. They're very promising. But we had no right to give those medicines to somebody that's terminal, is going to die. They had no hope. If they had money, they traveled all over the world to find a cure. And yet we have the greatest doctors and the greatest medicine in the world here. But it would be years, 3 years, 4 years. We've reduced it. It used to be 14, 15 years. I think we have it down to 3.5 to 4. Scott is doing a great job, FDA. But 45 years they've been trying to pass. Not as easy as it sounds. Not as easy as. I will tell you, not that easy. But we got it passed. So now somebody's terminally ill. And if
they
we
didn't
have
do it because
a
they can't
drug
do it.
that
They
looks
didn't want
like
to
it's
try it
possibly
because,
going to help,
like Kerry
we
said
can
about
actually
everything
give
else,
it to those
it's
people.
too
And
difficult.
you know what? Already, we've
a
had
dummy.
success. Some of these drugs are working. Some of these drugs are working. I'm very proud of it. Right to try. Hopefully, you don't have to use it, okay? I don't want you to have to use it.
I don't
But you
want
know
you to
what?
have to use
If
it.
you do, doesn't it make sense instead of doing?
Makes
if you
perfect
don't
sense.
Have money,
It has
you
made
just go
sense for
home.
so long. Like he said,
And you sit
45
there
years.
And you lose hope. And if you do have money, you
Freaking
go all
government
over the
dragging
world
its
trying
ass
to
all the
find a
time.
cure. So right to try. Remember,
Well, I
that was
kicked
a
the
big
government
deal.
right in the ass,
We
didn't I,
also
folks?
passed Veterans Choice. Any veterans in the room? Yes.
Yes.
You. Young veteran, young.
And an old one right behind me there.
We just passed choice. That was 44 years. They've been trying to pass choice. So that if you have to wait in line for 9 days, 30 days, 21 days, months, you don't do that anymore. If the line's big and if you're unhappy with it, you go to a private doctor, they take care of you, and we pay the bill. It's better. And you save a lot of money, it's better.
What
They've
more
been
could you
trying
want?
to pass that
It's
one
there.
for
That's
many,
it.
many
You got
decades. They couldn't do it. We got it passed. We're good
We
at
couldn't
passing
do a lot of things.
right?
We got
We're
it passed.
We're good at passing things, right?
Because
Oh,
we
look.
don't worry about
Come here, stand up,
what
Phil
government
Roth.
was. We're looking at getting things done for Americans.
That's right. That's right, Phil. Man, no wonder they love you in Tennessee. Great, right? And another one, we just passed the landmark VA Accountability Act, right? VA accountability.
Yeah, that one too. Now we
This
can
is where
fire
you
them.
have employees
You're fired.
at the VA, Veterans Administration, who are terrible, who treat our great, great warriors who are troubled. They're not well. They're sadists. They steal. They rob. They do a lot of bad things. Some of them. Some people are incredible. But we now have the right to go after them. We now have the right to fire them.
We like to
VA
fire them. We like to
Accountability
have
Act,
that ability, believe me.
And just last week, I signed a record $716 billion funding bill for our military.
Stand by, folks. I'll be right back.
And we are giving our troops the biggest pay raise they've had in over a decade. They deserve it. And I just withdrew the United States from the horrible one-sided Iran nuclear deal or disaster. And we've recognized the capital of Israel and opened the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. We've done so much. It's point after point. I will not do this to you, but look at this. Page after page after page after page. I mean, look at this. Created jobs, 4 million. Created manufacturing, 600,000. I mean, you just go point after point. Each one is a major point. I mean, but we're not going to bore you, but nobody's done. I'll tell you what. Nobody has done this much in their first 2 years, or probably in any 2 years. Nobody has done what we as a group, not me, what we have done with the help of all of these people and all of those people. Nobody. True. Nobody has done what we've done. Cut more regulations than any administration, whether it's 2 years, 4 years, 8 years, 12 years in one case. We have cut more than any president, any administration in 2 years, and it's less than 2 years. We have cut more regulations, and yet we have crystal clean water. We have pure, beautiful air. We're into that also, folks. But you don't have to turn off all business and send business to foreign countries to get it.
You don't have to be ridiculous.
Under my administration, we are no longer
at the lowest levels ever. We should be, you know, every time he talks about it,
up for America.
Doing business with India. Somebody was asking about that today. I was waiting for him to say something about them. Why don't you clean up your environment, India, okay? Stop dumping shit in the water.
For Tennessee,
they're really
bad. We
are
standing up very proudly for our flag and our national anthem.
And stop kneeling. We don't need any kneelers. They're bad for business.
We are lifting millions of our citizens from welfare to work, from dependence to independence, and from poverty to prosperity. That's what's happening. We're building a future of safety and hope and opportunity. And every city and every community in every part of this great land is prospering like they really have never prospered before.
What time did he come on?
You see what's happening.
7:20?
It's a beautiful thing to watch. That's
beautiful
why
thing to
outside
watch.
Right now, I hope they haven't left. We put big screens out there for them. But you have close to 20,000 people standing outside.
How about that, folks? 20,000 people. Think about it. And we were nice enough to put screens out there. Not like the screens in screen doors. I mean, like, you know, video.
You had a big, beautiful arena. I always say Madison Square Garden, less maybe 30%, okay? Big, beautiful arena. It was packed. And in Missouri, they had 45,000 people outside. Can't think of it. So something is happening. And by the way, Claire McCaskill, who is another disaster, is being soundly beaten, we hope. We hope.
Missouri. We hope. She better be. Not interested.
Thank you.
Thank you. He says, thank you.
45,000. So we're fighting for the right of all children to have a safe home, a great school, a loving family, and a ladder that raises them up to reach their highest dreams. Wouldn't that be nice? We're unleashing the power of faith. We need more faith in this country.
Bigly, we need a lot of more faith.
The might of justice and the glory of freedom. That's what we're about. But to continue this incredible momentum like, I don't know if you've ever had this in the country. You know, I haven't been corrected. I said the 2016 election may have been the greatest election of all time. There's never been anything like this.
Never. There's never been anything like this.
And we had to fight the Democrats, but more difficult was fighting a very, very dishonest media. That was much more difficult.
And still are.
Fighting the media is tougher than fighting the Democrats, but they're equal partners.
That's right.
So you have to get your friends, get your family, get your neighbors, get your co-workers, and get out and vote Republican and vote for Marsha, Blackburn, and Bill Lee, and all of the great Republicans that are running.
I saw somebody the other night there. Was it Twitter? Somebody said, look,
Bill
my
Lee
husband and I, for the first time in our history, we're just going into the polls and we're going to go red all the way down.
Taxes,
we don't care.
Less regulation. That's a big factor. And more products made right here in the good old USA. Remember in the old days, we had signs on cars and little decals all over the place. It said, made in the USA. Guess what? That's what's happening now. Made in the USA. It's coming back.
It's coming back, and it's going to be terrific.
It's a vote to reduce crime, respect law enforcement, and restore the rule of law. It's very simple. It's a vote for strong borders, safe communities, and thriving families. And a vote for Republicans is a vote to reject the Democrat politics of anger, destruction, chaos, and to come together as citizens.
These people are crazy, these Democrats.
Americans come together as Americans. To everyone in this room tonight, to every citizen watching all across the land, and they do have a lot of those cameras rolling, unfortunately.
A lot of them rolling.
It's called, you know what it's called? Earned media, and I earned it, that I will tell you. Earned media. Thank you very much for the earned media.
That I will tell you.
This is your time to choose. This is your time. It's the time to choose whether we turn backward to the failure and frustration of the past. Look at what we've done. Look at what we've done in far less than 2 years. Look at what we've done. Nobody believes it.
It's incredible.
They
you
don't
really
believe
can't.
it.
I mean,
they don't believe it.
You can't say anything
against it. And they don't want to report it. So we report it ourselves. They don't want to report it. By the way,
so the people watching their channels don't know.
Okay. 85%.
It's just propaganda.
No good.
It's just total Nazi propaganda. It's crazy.
And it's also
1930s Germany all over again, folks. 1930s.
Into the unlimited promise of our future, of this great land, this great country. We were losing our country. I've had so many people come up to me, great people, some of them strong and tough, and you know, these aren't emotional people. And they have tears in their eyes. They say, Mr. President, I saw one tonight, came up to me, a man, strong, tough cookie. I wouldn't want to fight him, okay? And he said, Mr. President, he's crying. He said, thank you for saving our country. So many people say that. So many people. It is not up to the media to decide our fate. It is not up to the pollsters or the pundits, although our polls are very good right now. They're going nuts with that one. They don't like it when we have good polls, so usually they make up phony polls, but that's how. It's called repression. It's repression. Darling, you know the story. I say it a lot. Darling, I really like Donald Trump. But you know, he can't win because CNN did a poll. Hey, did those polls turn out to be wrong?
Let's just stay home.
But it's called repression. It's called repression.
Trickery.
They're phony polls, just like fake news. They're phony, fake polls. But they said, darling, I really like that guy. But you know, the polls say, according to some of the news, the media, because most people think it's legit, although that's changed a very lot. They said, darling, let's go to a movie, and then we'll come home and watch our friend Donald. He'll just, oh, it's so sad what's happening. I mean, as an example, I heard, darling, that he's going to lose Texas. I heard that he's going to lose Utah. I heard he's going to lose Georgia. So sad, so sad. Well, you know, when Texas came out at 8 o'clock, they said, ladies and gentlemen, the polls have closed in Texas, and the winner is Donald Trump.
People were going, huh? How's that possible?
Ladies and gentlemen, the polls have closed in the great state of Utah, and the winner is Donald Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, the polls have closed in the great state of Georgia, and the winner is Donald Trump.
Yeah, watching CNN say that shit, that was so funny. They were choking it down. They were like, we have a winner.
Hours and hours and days.
Is that right?
But when you win in a landslide, they do it fast. But I kept hearing he could be in trouble in Texas. Yeah, I'd like to have trouble like that all the time. We love Texas.
There is no path.
And Ted Cruz is starting to do really well in Texas now, and he is a friend of mine. He's doing really well. Going to win by a lot. He's going to win by a lot. But was that the greatest evening? Tell me. Go back 2 years, almost 2 years. Was that the greatest evening like ever?
Bigley, that was like the greatest evening, wasn't it, folks? That was just funny.
Was that like the greatest evening?
So the lesson is don't listen to your polls, folks.
And boy, that center, that
and
whole
stay,
thing.
Don't listen to the polls and then stay home,
Did
right?
you see the red?
You can't win. Let's not vote. You have to vote. You have to vote. Get out and vote, folks.
By the end of the evening, nice guy, John King. His hand was trembling. He said, Wisconsin. King. That's been decades. Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin. His hand was shaking. What does this mean? What does this mean? Donald Trump has won the state of Michigan, and you hear the people behind him, oh no, don't.
Can't be.
Remember that? Remember Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania hadn't been won for many years by a Republican. It's a great state, great people. I thought we were going to do well there. I thought we were
great state, great people. Good friends of mine, by the way.
I think they're going to do well in Pennsylvania, then they lose. So I thought we were going to do great in Pennsylvania. Do you remember? There was 1% of the vote left. If we lost every single vote, we win by a lot. They refused to announce it. They refused. They waited till like, what time? 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, wait a minute.
Unbelievable.
If I lost every single vote, I win by a lot. Announce it. They wouldn't announce it. But they had to announce Wisconsin, Michigan, so nothing mattered. But that was one of the great evenings. You know, that was one of the greatest rating evenings in the history of television, all because of you. That was a great evening for all of us. And hopefully we're going to have another great evening in November, and you're going to get Marsha in there because that's so important. Marsha Blackburn. It's up to you.
She's a great woman, great woman. Love Marsha Blackburn.
Prosperity and pride.
She's cool. I've seen her in a lot of interviews. She's cool.
And decay. It's up to you on November 6th, right? November 6th.
November 6th. Get the Democrats the hell out of there. Get them out.
Loyal citizens like you help build this country.
Because they're hateful, they're spiteful, they're nasty, they're corrupt.
We're returning power to the American
murderous
people. That's what we campaigned on.
It's amazing what they're doing.
This great state, the state of Tennessee, was forged through the sweat and sacrifice of tough pioneer men and women, tough people. Good genes you have, good genes.
Love your Levi's.
This is the
great
state
stuff.
Of Davy Crockett and Andrew Jackson.
Tough times back there. Soft
Andrew
times
Jackson,
make a Democrat for some reason.
Be on the $20 bill. You know that.
Almost seems that way, doesn't it? If you don't have to fight for anything, you just turn into a Democrat.
Everything should be given to me. A year and a half ago. Thank you. No. I think it was good what he said. We were comparing they were always comparing it to Ronald Reagan. Then as we went along, they were going, then they actually started saying, no, the only one that we compare this one is Andrew Jackson. He had one wild election. And then they say, toward the end, and then with the big victory, they said, no, this was actually greater than even Andrew Jackson. And I'm a big Andrew Jackson fan. And I went to Andrew Jackson's home in Tennessee, and it was great, and it was special. And he was a tough cookie, and he was a great president, too. This state is the home to generations of proud Americans who defied dangers and braved the elements to defend their families, their country, and always to defend their values. This is
a lot of mountain folk right up there, right? A lot of mountains. Beautiful stuff.
They defend their families.
Life is not easy up there all the time, so that's
what
why
else
you have
do they defend?
realistic
they defend
people, common sense,
American
Republicans.
Flag. No, they defend our
Not these dreamy people, okay? The Democrats. They're
just
all...
like the pioneers and patriots who came before
Am I right?
us,
They're
we are
fucking
going
stupid,
to
these
work.
people.
We are going to fight, and we are going to win, win, win.
We are going to win,
winning.
win, win. We will, folks. Believe me.
We're winning. We will not bend. We will not break. We will never give in.
The speech is coming to an end, folks. We will never give in. There we go.
Never back down like these people over here. They'll never back down. Like him. Like him.
Look at this guy. Big guy over here. He's not going to back down.
And we will always fight on to victory, victory, victory. Because, as you know, we are American, and our hearts bleed red, white, and blue.
And blue.
We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God.
Not according to the
together,
Democrats.
We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong
We're on the way.
again.
We're doing that now.
We will make America safe again.
Dave.
And we will make America great again. Thank you, Tennessee. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. It's all over, folks. It's all over. All over but the shouting. So that was it. That was a lot of fun. Wasn't that a lot of fun? Didn't you like that, folks? Wasn't that fun? I said somebody told me they said, what the next rally? I said, why don't you do your live thing and watch your live? I was like, oh, okay. But normally I do a show like from 7 to 7:30 or whatever. So I've been on an hour already, right? Watching the rally. It's been a lot of fun, and so now there's another show. I was going to do it, but it's 8 o'clock. Okay, well, it's Eastern time. Maybe we'll cut down and redo that show in a second. So I'll shut down this one, okay? This was good. I'll restart the other show in a minute because there's some stuff that happened today. Well, I want to go over. I mean, this crazy stuff with Kavanaugh. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But this shit's got to stop, folks. This shit's got to stop. Oh, man. So, okay. So I'm going to shut down this one. We'll end this one, and I'll come back. I got to do the other one. And then we're going to open the bar, folks. It's going to be... All right. I'll see you in a bit, folks. I'm Michael Clive. Be back.